So a device has been installed Monday to Friday on the main door. And in order to gain entry, you must have this little gadget. Press the gadget, and the door is unlocked, and we can go through. Now, on the one hand, the locked door can convey the message that we're excluding people. And in a way, we certainly are, until we know what their purpose is. But on the other hand, you see, it becomes our own parable. That we all need to find a way to unlock the doors on what I call our old beliefs, our old faith, and find a new life, new faith beyond those, as it were, locked doors. Old memories, old wounds, old pathways can be so built into our personality, and the surrounding culture can have lost its energy, that we go along our way almost as if we're afraid of what might happen if we open the door. So many people stand at the door, as it were, of faith, defending the door. From time to time, I visit homes and hospitals, and I sometimes think it's a long time since any doors were left open around here. We need to open the doors. In our deeply personal lives, we know how our doors can get jammed shut. We need that little something to open the doors for a new life direction. The new faith, I think, has this possibility in it. And I'd like to commend it to you. A good religion, you see, offers our culture the soil around every plant, as it were. A good religion, a new faith, offers our culture something it really needs. It needs an enhancing emergence and growth of the human spirit. And that will change our life directions, that will change personalities, that will change the blossoms on the tree. It will bring blossoms onto the tree. So we need a new faith. We all know that in science, we know we've gone far beyond the discovery, say, of chloroform, though it was a life-saving discovery. There's a new science these days. Or in engineering, we've gone far beyond the steam engine. Yet it was so important at the time and for the future discoveries. New engineering. Science, of course, relies on old discoveries. Engineering relies on old discoveries. But it deals in the new, in the wide array of new discoveries, with all the complexity of ethics, with all the unforeseen consequences. So what about religion? It needs to open the door to a new faith, possibilities, and to discover the helpful messages, even in the unexpected places. If I go back to Dr. William Stewart, he told of a walk he took into the hills in California. He reached the summit of one hill, the highest hill, and he was shocked to find that right up there on the top of the hill, there was an old tractor tire, one of those huge tractor tires. And he sat down on it and surveyed the magnificent sight spread out beneath him. And then he turned and looked at the old tire beneath him. And he looked again and saw the words on the wall of the tire, Goodyear. So just as it was a message for him to have a good year, so his story today is transposed here for us to remind us of the importance of having a good year, 2009. He said that really means living a fully engaged life. He said we exist in an unfinished riddle. And no matter where we are on the lifespan, or where we sit on the various ladders of life, We're all part of a great ongoing pathway of discovery. The new faith wants to be on that pathway of discovery, that conversation as to what is of ultimate importance in the whole of our life process. And we need to think about this in more practical terms. John Abate, my research assistant, said to me the other day, do you think that the new faith will have anything to say about contemporary politics or contemporary social issues? And I replied immediately, indeed it has. We at St. Michael's stated here some 20 years ago that we wanted to be on that platform of the prevention of violence in our city and far beyond. But we need to be more than just sitting up on the platform. We do need to be involved. You probably have read that the Lord Mayor has not won much support for his three most publicised proposals in recent times. He said he wanted to bring traffic back into Swanson Street. He said he wanted to he would cancel his trip to Russia. And he had an idea to ban violent people from the city. It is this last proposal that on which we could be active. His idea of banning people from the city is probably no better than the government's idea about having a lockout after 2 o'clock, or the police's idea about having cooling off pens at various points in the city. But here is one of the major concerns of this city. Not only of the CBD, but of the whole of Melbourne. Indeed, we could go further. The identity of this nation is involved in how we behave. Can the new faith open up pathways of conversations to bring an in-depth understanding to this symptomatic layer of violence? It's symptomatic of something else, isn't it? So that we might all do something to recover or to re-establish our identity, our better identity as a city. The new faith is the dynamic engine that brings together personality and the surrounding culture. It is about who we are as human beings, and it encourages a desire deep down to be better human beings, to explore new life directions, to celebrate our self-worth, and to enjoy the fullness of our potential and the very best that life opens to each one of us as a gift. As a gift. Those 3 hymns on your service paper today contain great expressions of grace and hope in the words. A new faith can be part of that grace and hope. One hymn said, remember, love breaks the walls of language, gender, class, and age. Love gives us wings to slip the bars of every cage. And the other hymn said, come wonder at the love that comes to life, where words of freedom are with humour spoken. And that other last hymn said, let me flower, help me flower, watch me flower, carry me in the Spirit, by the Spirit. With the Spirit giving power, I will find true harmony. So I invite everyone here and people beyond these walls to join in making these great themes of the new faith, of St. Michael's, come alive. Come alive with a faith that will be positive, that will be plausible, that will be powerful. I invite people everywhere to join in a thoughtful, gracious, enriching conversation and put a real buzz into 2009. Would you please stand?